Today, we're walking through what life actually looks like across the entire money spectrum, from barely surviving on $1 a day to living in a world where spending $1 million in 24 hours is just another Tuesday. Stick around, because by the end, you'll see how much life really changes as income grows, and maybe even where real happiness begins. So if you've ever wondered what life really looks like at each level, give Luxo-Life some love and keep watching. The harsh reality: life on $1, $2 a day. Let's begin with the harshest end of the income scale, where over 700 million people in the world live on just $1 to $2 a day. It's a level of extreme poverty that many can't even imagine. For people in this situation, every single day is a fight to meet their most basic needs. Food, clean water, a safe place to sleep, and even basic medical care are not guaranteed. It's not about luxury or lifestyle, it's about survival. When you're surviving on $1 a day, everything becomes a challenge. Getting enough food to stay full is tough. Clean drinking water might be far away or unsafe. Healthcare is often out of reach, so a simple illness can turn into a life-threatening problem. Many people in this situation take on long hours of hard labor just to afford a small meal or a few sips of clean water. It's a reality that strips away comfort and choice. You might see stories and images online, but it hits differently when you stop and think, could I survive a single day like this? That question alone is enough to shift your perspective. It's not just about numbers, it's about people waking up each morning with very little and still pushing through. Their resilience is powerful, but the conditions they live in shouldn't be anyone's normal. Climbing out, life at $10 a day. Now, let's talk about life at $10 a day. It may not sound like much, but for many people around the world, this is a meaningful step up from extreme poverty. It's the point where some basic improvements start to show, like access to running water and electricity. These small upgrades can make a big difference in daily life, offering a bit more comfort and stability. It's not luxury by any means, but it's a sign of progress. Living on $10 a day still comes with struggle, but it's no longer just about surviving. There's a little more breathing room. Having a light to read by or a fan to cool down a room changes how people live, work, and rest. Safety also improves slightly. Homes might now have a lock on the door, and families might feel a little more secure at night. It's not easy, but it starts to feel like there's a way forward. The biggest shift at this level is the sense of autonomy. People can begin to make small choices for themselves and their families. Maybe that means buying better food, sending a child to school, or saving a little for emergencies. The weight of constant stress is still there, but it's no longer crushing. That little bit of extra income allows for hope, and with hope, people can start building something more middle ground. Life at $100 a day. When it comes to life at $100 a day, things start to shift in a big way. This is where many people enter what's considered the middle class, depending on where they live. $100 a day might not stretch far in cities like New York or Tokyo, but in many other places around the world, it can provide a solid, comfortable lifestyle. This is where people stop worrying about basic survival and start thinking about quality of life. At this income level, the home is likely more stable, maybe an apartment in the city or even a house in a smaller town. There's reliable electricity, clean running water, and probably a decent kitchen setup. Transportation can vary too. Some might afford a used car, while others rely on convenient public transit. Meals become more balanced. Dining out occasionally is possible, and grocery options expand beyond just what's affordable. Another major difference is the ability to focus on work-life balance. At $100 a day, the pressure of daily survival starts to fade, and in its place comes a bit more control over time and choices. People in this range might start saving, investing in personal growth, or planning short trips. They have access to better jobs, healthcare, and education. Opportunities begin to open up, and that's where things get interesting, breaking through. The top 1% at $400 a day When you're on $400 a day, you've officially entered the top 1% of income earners globally. This is the level where financial comfort truly begins, and the way you experience daily life starts to shift in a major way. The basics: food, housing, healthcare are not just covered, they're covered well. You're no longer thinking about how to get by. You're thinking about how to enjoy what you have. At this income level, travel becomes more accessible. Whether it's weekend getaways or international trips, the world starts to open up. You can afford better healthcare, not just when you're sick, but for regular checkups and wellness. Luxury items also start making their way into your life, whether that's designer clothes, a high-end phone, or fine dining. You're not just living comfortably, you're starting to shape your lifestyle around your preferences. The most noticeable change here is that money stops being a tool for survival and starts becoming a tool for choice. You begin spending based on what brings you joy, not what you need to get through the day. The stress of constant budgeting fades, and with it comes a different kind of freedom. There's room to invest in yourself, your interests, and even your future, entering the luxury lane life at $3,000 a day. At this level, you're living a life many only see in movies or on social media. Think gourmet dining on a regular basis, checking into 5-star hotels without blinking, and having access to premium services that take care of your every need. It's not just about comfort anymore, it's about experience and exclusivity. This is the income range where you're still working, but it's no longer because you have to. Most people here work out of passion, creativity, or personal ambition. The pressure to hustle for basic needs is long gone. Instead, you're focused on building something bigger, whether that's a brand, a company, or a legacy. You now have the time and space to explore what really excites you. Everything you do at this level feels a little more curated. Personal chefs, first-class flights, and custom experiences become part of your daily life. This is also the lifestyle you often see influencers sharing online, the polished version of wealth that feels just out of reach for most. But here, it's real, and it's routine. Real wealth, $25,000 a day, and the power of teams. When you reach the $25,000 a day lifestyle, you've stepped into what most people would call real wealth. This is the kind of income that moves you into the world of ultra-high net worth individuals. At this point, your daily life runs smoothly not because you're doing it all, but because you have a team making it happen for you. A personal driver, private chef, full-time assistant, your schedule and your needs are handled before you even ask. Life here is designed for one thing: time. With logistics out of the way, you gain full freedom to focus on what matters most to you. That could be scaling your business, investing in major ventures, or making strategic decisions that move millions. You're not just living in luxury, you're operating at a high level. Every part of your day is designed to support big picture thinking. What really shifts at this level is how you view spending. You're no longer buying things just to have them, you're buying time, freedom, and mental space. You pay for convenience, efficiency, and peace of mind. It's not about having a nicer car or a bigger house anymore. It's about creating a life that works for you, where you don't have to think about the small stuff unless you want to. Ultra wealth, $100,000 a day, owning the world. You own the world when you're living on $100,000 a day. This isn't just wealth, it's ultra wealth. At this level, your life includes multiple homes in different countries, private jets waiting on your schedule, and every part of your lifestyle tailored exactly to your taste. Nothing is standard. Everything is custom. From furniture to food to travel, every choice is yours, and every experience is made to fit you. This is what the world's billionaires live like. Their influence stretches across countries, industries, and global markets. They're not just rich, they're part of the inner circles where major decisions are made. Whether it's business, politics, or culture, their voices carry weight. And with almost no financial limits, they're able to move through the world with complete freedom and control. Life at $100,000 a day isn't about comfort, it's about reach. You have the power to shape your environment, your network, and your future. The everyday problems most people face simply don't exist at this level. Your money doesn't just buy access, it builds systems around you that keep you ahead. And when you want something new, you don't wait for it, you create it. The 1 in a Billion Club, $1 million a day. At this level, $1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 a day, you're in the 1 in a Billion Club. This is the lifestyle of the richest people in the world, where the scale of wealth is almost hard to believe. Yachts, islands, private art galleries, these aren't rare luxuries anymore. They're part of everyday life. It's the kind of spending power that most people will never see up close, and even imagining it feels like stepping into a movie. What sets this lifestyle apart isn't just the price tags, it's the mindset. When you make this much, money becomes irrelevant. You're no longer limited by cost, time, or access. You don't ask if something can be done, you ask how fast it can be done. Experiences become more personalized, more exclusive, and often more extreme. It's about doing what few others can just because you can. At this point, wealth often shifts toward legacy. The focus moves from luxury to impact. Philanthropy, impact investing, and shaping the future start to matter more. These are the people funding space missions, launching foundations, or transforming entire industries. They're not just spending, they're creating waves that last generations. And they have the resources to do it on their own terms. This is where the journey ends or begins, depending on how you see it. Life at $1 million a day isn't just about money, it's about limitless freedom. And now that you've seen every level from $1 to $1 million a day, the real question is, which version of life are you aiming for? Let us know in the comments. Luxo lovers, we'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who needs to see it. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe to Luxo-Life and tap the notification bell so you never miss content like this. See you in the next one, Luxo lovers.